had her nursed back to health, then sent her on her way to Novigrad.
Pensavo dicessi qualcosa di più.
Because then the whole che è, quindi come dire ho detto che
Stay out of my way.
Allora, vediamoci un attimo, che devo fare una cosa. Ok, buono, buono. Allora, andiamo. Mission. Incontriamo Dishka. Cin cin cin.
Redania. Long live Radovid!
Ah, ma 1500, ma 1500 me lo succhi. E 500 metri per raggiungerlo. Direi che vado proprio qua. Ciao. Sì, ma infatti c'è talmente tanta roba che poi dopo un po' ti impazzisce, lo devi prendere proprio con calma, come lo sto prendendo io ora, allora sì te lo godi. Quello che può fai, però ormai siamo andati nella droga, come Skyrim, perché Skyrim lo inizia 1000 volte e poi alla fine una volta mi presi talmente tanto ci ho buttato 400 ore così, da nulla. Ah, allora siete mia, anche te la pensi come me. Meno male, cavolo, pensavo di essere l'unico al mondo. Pensate che ti potesse cagare.
Look awfully suspicious to me, trap.
Ma guarda Rischia come se la gode. Però.
So what's it gonna
Be on
be?
your way. Being to Vizima, the word is it's more like a pigsty than a capital.
Ma giù. Ma vorrà mia buttarmelo in tasca.
Looking to enlist with the temple guard. Tomorrow I intend to close my account at Revolver's.
Greetings.
Oh!
He the horny one?
Sick of it. You would have done better to keep your point in my eye. I wonder how much she
You must sweat like a spider.
Casino di gente c'è.
White Wolf. Welcome to the Passiflora.
Oh, no sign of recognition in your eyes?
Greetings,
Don't fret. I'm sure I look quite different from when we last saw each other.
which was...
Oh, eons ago. You and Master Dandelion appeared, 2 halflings in tow. What a smash they were, the little chaps. We recount that night to this day.
Yeah, sorry, but I'm here to...
Speak softly. I know very well why you're here. They await. This way, please. This way. Upstairs.
Cazzo sei? Boh, vabbè.
You got thorny thighs, stranger.
Witcher Geralt, up you go. Boss has been waiting.
Niente più bagni turchi.
Geralt, you're here. Good.
Might have chosen a more secluded spot to plot an assassination.
It's on everyone's mind. Many would like to do it so there's nothing to fear. Besides, this venue's got a tradition in this domain. Might even consider it fabled. Folka planned her revolt here. By extension, King Vrydank's murder too.
Comparing yourself to Folka? Far as I can recall, no one in Redania's annals has a bloodier reputation.
Her rebellion changed the course of history. That's what we have in common. In terms of blood, we aim only to shed Radovid's. I'm pleased you're willing to play a part. Must admit, I wasn't certain you'd show.
Thought about what you said. That Triss and Yen would never be safe as long as Radovid was alive.
You better believe it. Well, I'm pleased we've arrived at an understanding. To the matter at hand, I believe you know my associate.
Roach, you here?
Retired intelligence operatives. We have a club.
Defended a king once. Ready to assassinate another now?
Not proud of it, yet. I considered all the options and found none better.
Beh, sì, effettivamente.
Radovid's proven many times he only ever forwards his own interests. When Kedwin asked for help, he invaded. When I begged him to support Vizima's defense, he showed me the door. The war nears its end. We've come to a decisive phase. We must act quickly.
Anche vero un po' lo scuriere.
No
Ma
illusions.
tutti.
Only a dead Radovid means a free Memoria.
How's that work? Seems to me Radovid is Temeria's ally.
Only as long as my guerrillas do what pleases him. Support his troops. Once he wins the war, he won't acknowledge the previous borders, nor wish to restore them. He dreams of a northern empire. As long as he lives, Temeria will never be free.
But we didn't bring you here to bore you with politics. Radovid's a threat to Triss and Yennefer. Remember that. That ought to interest you most.
A me interessa anche la politica.
All right. What do you want from me?
One of our co-conspirators ventured out to meet an informer. He's not returned, yet the plan's success hinges on what he's learned. We've got to find him. And you're the best tracker around.
Tracker, huh? Really? Anything else you can tell me? Where this associate was last seen, for instance?
He's travelling as a journeyman, itinerant cobbler, that's his cover. He was first to venture across the Pontar, most probably did so via the Redanian checkpoint. With a man there who should know more, calls himself Gregor.
Let a Redanian soldier in on your plan to murder Redania's king?
You see, there are even some Redanians who cannot abide Radovid's policies. And when simple soldiers notice something's not quite right, well, then it's time to act.
Fine. I'll talk to Gregor.
Thank you. And try not to draw too much attention. If you can, remember, the future hinges on the success of this mission. The future of Temeria. The future of the North.
I know. I'll try not to fuck it up. See ya.
We're counting on you, Geralt.
Ok.
Anyone see you come in?
No one apart from Madame Serenity and your lackey.
Off the street, I mean.
No. Nerves getting the better of you.
I'm not nervous, just cautious. A trait you ought to nurture as well.
I know, and I am. Well about the streets for a time to lose any tales. I've worked in intelligence as long as you have. I need no lessons in spycraft.
Nonostante il piano eserciti il potere assoluto sulla sicurezza esiste comunque forze e opposizioni, riesco a cercare l'amministratore soddisfatto con ci conquista ovviamente le città delle nazioni lontane non si vede.
I'd say so.
Sì, vabbè, basta. Esatto, l'ho capito. C'è una serie. Va bene. Si può andare anche giù.
You still aim to get 10 cases of Estes for the feast?
I'd say so.
Did she? Take care.
Got so fucked up once, blood came out the ears.
Yeah.
Wanna bite me, scoundrel?
Allora, beh, direi di andare a viaggio veloce allora viaggio. Vediamo dov'è. Dovrebbe essere lontanissimo però. Sempre nemmeno vicinissimo. Ma andiamo. Qui ci dovrebbe essere. Vabbè, andiamo.
Gonna kill you! Kill him, strip him, then dump him in a ditch!
Dai, questo è stupido. Questo è stupido. Affrontarmi. Cioè, Ma veramente io mi chiedo come sia possibile che voi pensiate anche solo di potermi impensierire. Cioè, veramente. Non troppo il migliore number one. Cioè, cosa l'ha? Tagliata al volo. Wow. Ancora. Vai. Ma non è che manco riesci a prendere.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Mannaggia le suore. Ancora. No, please. Un bercio il piatto. No. Carne cruda. Allora, innanzitutto vediamo un po' se c'è qualche punto abilità. Nessuno. Ottimo. Alchimia. C'è baffa un cazzo. Creazione, vabbè, ciao. Per chi pensa. Ora mi va bene anche così. Say Gregor? Yes.
Looking for Gregor.
You found him? Who are you?
Geralt of Rivia. Dijkstra sent me.
Been expecting someone. Let's take a walk.
Halt!
Nice
or we'll
job
shoot!
decorating your guard post.
By orders of our gracious and merciful ruler, the good king.
Loose!
What was
Kill
their
him!
crime?
One on the right's a peller from a village nearby. Gave some bloke the wrong advice. Bloke's mates informed on him. Neighbour held a grudge against the one on the left. Accused him of witchcraft.
Just humans at each other's throats. That's not Radovid's fault.
Who do you think set down the laws that mean folk hanged for such offences?
Seem to have lost all respect for the king. Why serve him?
What am I to do? I was born a Redanian. I won't desert. Besides, I enlisted when Vizimir was still on the throne. Now that was a good king, wise and just. Radovid's something else. He's got war on the brain. And I don't want Redania to look anything like that.
Let's talk. Must know why I'm here.
Take it it's about our cobbler friend. Yeah, he came through here on his way out. Didn't come back though. Patrol went out yesterday, reported an abandoned cart a ways off the road. Aimed to go out there, see if it's his. Couldn't get away.
Thanks. Good enough to start with. Farewell.
Hold on. You got a pass? Won't get back through without one.
Yeah, I got one.
All right. Good luck.
Thanks. See ya.
Halt! Or we'll shoot!
Ma che cazzo sta? Questo?
Halt! Loose! Kill him!
Ma perché scusa? Ma io che cazzo fa? Capisco.
There! Now stay there!
Comunque una ginocchiata in bocca gliel'ho data. Simpaticone. Non va passate proprio benissimo.
God's bless you.
Vabbè.
I advise you well. Steer far afield of Spitfire Bluff. Or... First off, can't do a good trade in the wasteland.
And?
Well, second... just take my advice and don't plow and go there.
Oh, madonna signora, e che cazzo? E che cazzo c'ha? Madonna. Schifo.
So you're a man well travelled. So tell me, should I beat me wench on straight or off it?
Ok, dai, andiamo a vedere questo ciabattino. Paese in guerra proprio. Ma che vento c'è qua? Ai ai ai, che è successo roba? Che bordello. Sta questo?
Cart doesn't look damaged. Strange. Need to look around. Might find something. Signs of a scuffle. Somebody got knocked out, dragged off.
What now, you piece of filth?
Ah, magari tira fuori là, io capisco il suo gelo.
Wonder where its wearer is. A shoe. Something tells me I'm on the right trail.
Ma vado la pista giusta.
Wonder where its wearer is. A shoe. Something tells me I'm on the right trail. Wonder where its wearer is. A shoe.
Ancora
Something tells
scarpe.
me I'm on the
Queste
right
scarpe
trail. Wonder where its wearer is.
A ciabattino, dici giustamente. So, perché ma qualcosa mi dice che sia.
What's he doing here?
Aia.
Greetings.
Away go, would you go? You did pick me.
I can see that. Just wondering how those shoes has wound up here.
Yes, you did grow. Like the mushroom.
Shoes don't sprout from the ground. You see who left them behind here?
speak no log. More anger gets Og and Pog.
Og and Pog. Those your friends?
Finderinger's great Og Pog. Human finder on big suited cards. Suited big like so.
What did they do to this human?
Og Pog man's cover to take. They're over.
Do you eat him?
Nah, no. Body man's, stringy man's, blah. Oggy make man's suited make. Frog, Pog and Rog suited make.
You even need shoes?
Suited on humans it is. Suited once Og, Pog and Rog. Big lords trollers be. Like humans is.
Vabbè.
You even need shoes?
No, sì, ho capito. Ciao, bello. No, basta, cazzo. Fammi andare via.
So long. Troll cave must be nearby.
Hello, Kono.
Calla. Immagino sia questa, giusto? La cosa brutta di qui è che non si vede un cazzo, come al solito.
Taller? Should have known. Who better to teach trolls how to cuss?
Geralt, my man, been bloody years.
This fool.
Relax, Og. This bugger's an old friend of mine.
Bugger friend on go. A wheeze in soup throw.
I'd make for an awfully veiny morsel.
Right, true that. Just look at the ploughing bastard. Naught but skin and bones. Well, gentle trolls, high time I travelled on. You, practice what I taught you. Give you a fucking exam next time I come through.
Don't let no go. Tell her sit. Sit ass down. Tell her suck cock shoesies big.
I can see you've made friends, but Taller needs to come with me.
Blood nowhere Tyler go. Tyler shoes is big.
But I need him.
Tyler's here stay. You shoes is got. Og shoes is got not. Rug got not. Pug got not. Tyler shoes is make. Tyler go.
Got no time to negotiate with trolls. Step aside, Taller.
Here comes.
Allora, mi sembra che i troll li spingi fuori. Allora, un troll dovrebbe essere che cazzo sono? Ah, costrutti. No. Questo è su. Quindi Queen, un campione. No, vabbè, no, pensavo peggio. Oh, state calmi. Non che farà, mamma mia, fa pure. Durino.
Sod off. Truth be told, you didn't have to kill her.
Looking for apprentices?
Fucking hell. Them? Don't even think about it. I'd kill myself with those idiots. But they were likable, as idiots go.
Didn't have time for nonsense.
Ha ragione. Qui non c'è niente. Non c'è niente. Aspetta, Fulvino, e vai. Fammi controllare se ho visto tutto. Pare di sì. Pare di sì. Stiamo preso. Sì. Va bene, si può andare.
Life treating you all right?
Bit like a potato beetle. I keep quiet, stay out of trouble, and live on fucking potatoes.
It's been a while. Fill me in.
Nilfgaard fucking dismantled the Temerian Secret Service in one night. I barely escaped with my life. Proceeded to drown my sorrows till my liver screamed bloody murder.
What do you do now?
Grassroots work. I hang about the area, watching, listening, asking questions, and recruiting new agents.
Farewell.
Yeah, I do. Most of the fuck...
Sì, però... latte di mucca, cazzo, se lo bevo io muoio. Oh, sentivo un territorio animato. Sono dei pericoli. Un po'. Si tratta di cane.
Thanks again, Geralt. I'll take it from here. And I'll be sure to tell Roach and Dijkstra how you sliced up those dim-witted cocksuckers. As I see it, they'll be so impressed they'll shit themselves.
Tell me, you were a fence in Vizima. How'd you become a cobbler?
Pick the least suspicious profession. The fence thing, shite cover. Pissed too many folk off. I didn't need the attention. It's all about being an innkeep. You meet a lot of folk, you know, tossers mostly, but willing to talk about all sorts of things. Problem is, you're tied down like a mutt on a chain. One and the same yard all the time.
Whereas a cobbler travels everywhere.
Better believe it. Even cobbled together this fancy rolling stall.
Lovely.
Bloody bullseye. I've made a small fortune out of it since the war started. Those pricks in uniform are always marching. Know what happens when their cocksucking boots disintegrate? Their feet bleed, blister up. Not a soldier out there wouldn't sell his mother for a comfy pair of combat boots.
So what'll you do now?
What do you mean? Head back to Novigrad. Dijkstra, Roach and I have got a master plan to set in motion.
I'll ask again. Details.
Forgive me, mate, I plough in calm. See, were it just up to me, I'd spill it loud and proud. You're trustworthy like no one else I know. But I'm not on my own, so bloomin' unilateral decisions are out of the question. Trap stays shut, I'm afraid.
Right, gotcha. So long, Taller, and good luck.
Oh, I can bloody use it. Radovid's one crafty ore with a clap. But we'll figure a way round that twat. Soon the whole bloody North will be blathering about how he got fucked.
Careful it's not also blathering about 3 assassins, drawn and quartered.
Fear not, Geralt. We know what we're doing. Farewell.
Va bene, va bene. $250. Sono d'argento tanto. Acciaio 170, ok. Sta bella partita. Penetrazione armatura, ma non si può. Dovrebbe provocare un po' di sanguinamento. Vabbè. C'è la spada d'argento. 146, 274. Danni da congelamento. Buono. Dai, proviamola, dai. E ci si mette il congelamento. Dai, proviamo a cambiare un pochino, dai, sì. Che bel mondo. Va bene. Cosa c'è qua? Direi che è abbastanza forte, dai. Shot one kill. Fatto la cannatura, ragazzi. Spero magari cuoci. Beh, e andiamo. What? Il porto vicino. Ma dove, scusa? Aspetta un attimo. No, ma cosa stai facendo? Manda laggiù. Anzi, vediamo un po' se qui c'è qualcosa. Andiamo a vedere qui. Anzi, prima andiamo a vedere qui. In hacker non sono vampiri. No. Cazzo c'è in hacker allora? Ibridi. Orchi. Ma guarda suo. Orchini. Ma questo è quella capattore. Almeno la testa che rosa. Sì, questo l'ha già fatto, dai. Il risultato completato. Infatti. Yes. Andiamo. Che bellezza grafica, guarda. Poi è proprio bello. Cioè, a parte texture, a parte modelli, è proprio bello, dall'idea che potesse essere lì. Forse vediamo. Ci sarà un'entrata questa fossa di diavolo. E penso proprio di sì.
I'll rip off your melon and shit down your neck!
No, vabbè, ti potevi anche risparmiare.
We'll flail your skin off.
Venite, vado, affronto tutti qua. Ah. Rigore. Qui c'è roba per tutta l'avventura di Geralt praticamente. ora vengo, anche da voi vengo. Vai tranquilli, ce n'è per tutti. Quanta cazzo di roba c'è? Arrivo. Dove siete? Ecco io. Non so qui. Se volete morire, tranquillo. Preoccupate. Oh, ma è incredibile, ma che cazzo di roba c'è? Cioè, mi fa male la mano. Forza di premere. I maialini.
Winds howling.
Posso scendere giù da qualche parte? No, scusa. Ok, di qua. Pure, ma vai da là, ragazzi, guarda. E basta, troppa roba. Oh. Guarda. No, non ci si possa calare. Allora. No, va bene. Allora, qui cosa c'è da fare ancora? Un po' di robetta qua c'è, però dai, andiamo avanti anche un po' la storia, magari qui ci si vede. Ma senti cosa ci racconta Dandelion.
She casts no spells. On my honor.
An elf's honor worth less than a man's shit.
Ma poverino.
Yes?
It's chamomile and goatman. She brewed teas for stomach pain.
Aha! So she did make potions. Drew, make a note. Her father tested one.
Potions? Are you mad?
Questo è un po' peggio, cazzo.
Method for exercising witches. Sick of it all. I wish my man were as brave as you. Great monsters collect bounties. To be a purveyor of cheap
Long as
whores
they
and watered
pay.
down wine.
Hey,
I'd give you a
can't control
discount
what I
for
inherit.
heroic
But you can
deeds, but the
control what you
madam,
do with it.
well,
I know.
you know.
I know, which is exactly why I'm considering.
Oh, you're always considering. If it's not one thing, it's another. Let me know when you finally decide.
What was that about?
She spat in my face. Or might as well have. Called me a whoremonger and a witless hack. Can you imagine? Wit is my forte.
Gotta say, Priscilla's really growing on me.
Save it.
And why don't you save your pouting? Prove to her she's wrong.
Exactly what I plan to do. I've always dreamed of having my own cabaret. A bit of paint and plaster, and this place will do splendidly. Just one hitch. I need coin. So, if you happen to get a break between drowners and ekamajigs, maybe you can help an old friend out.
Where do you get this cabaret idea?
It's been a dream for years. Ever since we went to see one in Oxenford. Remember? A dancer hanging from the chandelier? And once she was completely downside up, she called you over and...
I remember.
How could you forget? And this place will be even better, I promise. That is, of course, if I can scrounge together the funds for some remodeling.
Maybe the Vivaldis would give you a loan. I'd vouch for you.
Funny you mention that. I went to see Vivaldi. Know what he said? Witchers are no good as guarantors. Risk of premature death is way too high. But I have another idea. I dated this girl once, Sophronia. That's a name if you can believe it. Has a merchant for a father, importer of spices from Zeracania. And Daddy Dear would never refuse his daughter Dear a thing. We can borrow the coin from her.
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of wine, never to return?
You know, I bought that wine for a reason.
Long time ago, that.
Been away a while, sure. Which is why I need to draw on your authority. You've got some, you know, no matter what you might think.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. And then give me that loan.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Arena, one of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
Let's say I agree and go see Madame Arena. What'll you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have to finish. But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
Fine, but...
Geralt, the only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seats. It'll work, you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Arena and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
Oh man,
Got a snake tongue as well. I'd give you a discount for heroic deeds, but the madam, well, you know.
Vediamo se devo posare qualcosa nel frattempo. No, è tutta roba da buttare via. Oddio, c'è il 120, però. Stiamo. Non è pesante. Stiamo a 30.
Looking for something unusual.
Però non so più cosa cazzo ci ha messo. Solo pace.
The last individual who tried to come in on my business, it took them a month to find him. Am I being clear, Chive?
What's the fuss about? Can you not treat me as a bit of healthy competition?
Why are you even talking to him, Duke? I've always maintained 2 smashed knees are worth 1,000 words.
Oh, get out. Glad you came.
There a problem?
A problem? There's some kind of problem here, gents. Oh, just wanted you to meet my new pals before they bugger the fuck off. Because we're just parting, right?
We'll have our reckoning yet, Chive. Soon.
What's this? Some flea-ridden mutant got you scared, Duke? Just say the word. I'll take care of him. Take a peek at what he's got inside, then make the midget eat it. Sound good?
Next time, Earl. Let's go.
Right. Don't show your hides round here ever again. Well, that puts me up to the neck in fucking shite without a shovel.
Shady, those guys. Who were they?
Puffed up fish bladders, Duke. Word does he's out to be the new horse son junior, but the bugger's missing a hell of a lot. Specifically coin, influence, men, and class.
And the other?
Earl. A scumjug like few others. Skin of my arse twitches at the sight of him. Back in Mahakam, we'd send sow buggers like that down the coalface with a bundle of powder and a leaky lamp.
What's this all about? Doing business with them?
Exactly the ploughing opposite. You see, Geralt, old pal...
About to ask me for help, aren't you?
The thing is, I sort of kind of owe a wee sum to a mutual acquaintance, Francis Bedlam, the king of beggars. To pay off the debt, I've made up my mind to get serious about Gwent.
Getting better by the minute.
Not the playing of it, mind you, but the cards themselves. The rarest of them fetch princely sums these days. Sadly, that's not exactly arcane knowledge. Got a buyer in heat for my collection, missing just 3 cards. but Duke's dregs are all over my arse, so... What do you say, Geralt?
You can handle this, Zoltan.
Sure. Or I might just discover I look great without ears. Or hands. Apparently the King of Beggars accepts both as partial payment.
All right. I'll think about it.
Thanks. So long, Geralt.
You see what I do?
Zoltan? You've been in town a while. Maybe you can tell me. Radovid and Emir. Why hasn't either taken the city?
Excellent question. I believe I can clear the mystery up for you. War requires resources wherewithal. Novigrad's a large port with a powerful fleet and a treasury overflowing with gold. All that makes it a tasty morsel. Tempting for both Redania and Nilfgaard.
I understand the city's walls are high. Its arsenals are full of weapons.
Then you don't understand much. True, a siege be a long and grueling affair, but more importantly, everything that's valuable in Novigrad could disappear faster than a mayfly's dream. The Big Four's made it known that should things come to a head, the fleet's flammable, and any assault on the city's sure to touch off riots, during which the church's coffers could very well be looted bare. So, anyone wanting Novigrad's wealth, its ships, has no choice but to deal with its criminal underworld.
What can you tell me about Novigrad's underworld?
Got one concept for you. The Big Four. Siggy Reuven, the King of Beggars, Cleaver, and Whoreson Jr. What do you call a triumvirate, but with 4 individuals?
No idea.
Well, there are 4, and they've carved the city into spheres of influence. Nothing happens without them knowing about it and approving it. Rumor is Whoreson recently quarreled with the others, but I know nothing more.
This debt of yours to the King of Beggars.
Oh, you rummage up the time to help me get them cards?
Yeah, what are the cards you need?
Fringilla, Vigo, Isengrim, and John Natalis. Devilish hard to get hold of. Duke's been trying too, hasn't had any luck.
Wait, you don't even know where to look for these cards?
Nah, it's not as bad as that. I'm betting Zed's got them. He quit fencing recently, only deals in cards now. Unfortunately, the arsewite won't talk to me. Not after I bought a one-of-a-kind Scoia'tael card out from under his nose. Would you mind going to see him?
Zed. Sounds familiar.
Big fish in the card pond. Has a shop along the south wall. And thank you, Geralt. I actually think I stand to pay off this debt now.
No problem. See you later, Zoltan.
Se ammazzavo i debitori, no, aspetta più. Vabbè. Tanti agenti uccidono in meno se mi paghi.
Mistaken me for someone else.
You.
Leave him alone.
And who might you be? Temple Guard undercover?
Call me an admirer of law and order.
Made a mistake coming to this town, then.
You're making the mistake. Leave him alone.
And if we don't?
This man's not worth your efforts. His shop's drowning in debt.
You're right. Even looks like a pauper.
I beg to differ. Don't even know why I bothered the bugger. My apologies, and fare thee well.
I, gotta go brush my teeth.
Go home, merchant, and try not to come round here anymore.
I will. I mean, I won't. I mean, both, yes. Thank you, sir. I'm knackered.
Death, degeneracy, the downfall of civilization, moral decay.
The best stock in... No need to push enough. Very good.
That's just...
Buy tomorrow what you can buy today.
Did you like a pig? Plucked his eyes out.
The eternal fire protects us.
Got that twinge in me back again.
So good to see you.
You and Dudu know each other well?
Yes, though he's never told me much about himself. He was a merchant once?
Dudu always had a penchant for enterprise. Probably too honest to succeed in Novigrad, though.
Precisely. I've told him countless times that no matter how many times he changes his appearance, the good in him will always emerge. Bloodthirsty tyrants and vicious assassins. He played them so poorly. That must be why. Whereas he always made for an excellent trusted servant or ghost of the old king.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My. Whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete with me. Well.
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
I've worked up quite the appetite.
Just look at the freak.
Swords? Wise. Not safe round here. Whoa! What a killer!
Io non riesco più avanti. Cioè, dico di essere bellissimo. Anche il capellino tutto tirato indietro a modini. Parrucchiare. Un attimo.
But Master Hunter, sir, we're not in no one's fight. We're quit the campaign for the south.
You're bothering me. Get.
Greetings to the honourable gentleman, right?
Need a trim. Think you can manage?
Mi sa che questo è quello. No. No. Ecco, vabbè. Stiamo al lavoro, no, ma la vado a bene, sì.
So long.
Racing mare of yours? I cannot tell you.
I don't think so.
Time to invest in rubies.
Finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit. I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Are you serious? That's your brilliant plan?
I never called it brilliant, but any kind of plan is better than none. Written your lines already?
You've written what?
So you know what to say during the performance. Here, and your mask. Put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But...
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
Stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Tremble, flaxen-haired wench. Bow before the Prince of Thieves.
Not so fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
More like the Crimson Asshole.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born. I've been hit! Ow!
Dai!
Quickly! He shan't get us there!
Ma
Stand on fire! What do you want from us? Leave us be!
This rogue will soon run off. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't chance getting caught by the guards. Would he?
Ma che cazzo? Cioè, ma quindi dovevo metterla io quella finta? Ma non c'era nemmeno. No, no, non ci credo. No, vabbè, ma è il peggio del peggio, cazzo. Oh, vabbè.
Let's drink for it's nearly night.
Cosa? Ah. What?
What's he doing here?
Sì. Certo. Ci voglio fare anche le finestre lì, no? Ma c'è anche gli sconti, se non mi sbaglio.
He never given me nothing but a floppy, did he?
I'd give you a discount to give for heroic deeds, but the madam...
Saying I'm no
well,
good.
Chi? No. Come?
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
Why are you asking me?
Well, the lovely lady seems to be having a hard time deciding. And Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor, but that he'd let us know just as soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for her sake.
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion would like. Geralt, you've known him longer. Say something.
You're both stage artists, and cabaret's a form of theater. Interior should reflect that.
A wonderful choice it is. At last. Gentlemen, You're done lollygagging. Get to work.
Well. Guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
We talking about the same Dandelion? Man who loses a fortune worth half of Novigrad in one night?
Dandelion can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's never missed a performance.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals. I certainly hope he's not gotten into trouble.
Anything's possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
I'd give you a discount for heroic deeds, but the madam, well, you know. Would you?
I've had enough of living.
Telling you for the last time, go away.
Trouble?
Mercy! We've two
What do you
children.
want?
How am I? How are they? Without a father.
Go before they lose their mother as well.
Power of the eternal fire. What do you want?
No. Oh, fuck. I'm right now.
Mamma mia. Pablo che lavora su scusa ma sono io che vedo male che cazzo oh.
And I thought you were drinking with your mates.
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiancé. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show. Priscilla started to worry, so I came to see how you were doing.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on in there? We've got to help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait, do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here somewhere.
How would you know she keeps a spare key around here?
It's not as if we started working together yesterday. Before Polly joined forces with Hubio,
You'd visit her often?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly rehearsed at the Rosemary and Thyme. They worked on the dance numbers I composed.
So, Polly's not one of your...
I never mix business and pleasure.
The one exception being Priscilla.
Who you were just saying is worried about us. So enough of the chatter, and start looking.
Fine. Let's find the key. Not here.
Damn it. Now, where would she leave?
The key.
Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Sod off, or I'll split your skull.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but its open saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say coin?
And fame. No flirting required. You have my word.
Suppose, in that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you. Whew. Never expected that to go so well.
You handled it well, Dandelion. Man was body in your hands once you called him erudite.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your opponent's weak spot and exploit it to the hilt.
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlick's. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the old version. Plowing artists got some serious explaining to do.
Who's Rotlick?
Never heard of him? Hank Rotlick, famous portrait artist?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your placards?
Henry's an old friend, needed the coin. And I decided we needed new placards to promote the opening performance. Seats won't fill themselves, you know.
I'll go see Rotlick. You head back to the Rosemary, or Priscilla will have my head.
Really? You'd go?
No, said that for the hell of it. Tell me where he lives.
Portside.
See you soon.
Awful pale.
Is it true elves make soup out of kids?
Seen any prime Philly? Sod off. Up the chase.
Sail to Skilliga at your age. Now, the war on. You're daft. Any man will tell you that. We'll see.
notice.
Just
Just might find a land
you
break.
can't claim you don't have a coin.
A witcher? Oh, hear about the notice, perchance?
Not quite, but what's it about? I hear right, you're going on some voyage, need a companion.
Not just some voyage, across the sea. Mark this. When I got pressed into the infantry in 1242, I promised my beloved Let I'd return alive, whole, and with a pearl from Skellige. Not just any pearl either.
Amore mio, ancora non mi
The
sfamano qua.
rarest and
E
most
invece?
precious.
Well, well, ambitious.
Perhaps. But they were empty words. I came from the war, that one and the next, but I never fulfilled my promise. Now it's time to change that. Or if not now, then when? Thing is, I've grown old in the meantime, as you see. Can't manage it alone, need a strong shoulder to lean on. Witcher's shoulders as strong as they come. So, what do you say?
Plan's crazier than it is sane, but there's an irresistible charm to it. Offer me some pay and I'll help you out.
Don't you fret about coin. I brought home a good deal of it from various fronts. Say we meet in Skellige, by the collapsed bridge near Arenbjorn. It's but a hop away from the bed where black pearls are born. Will that work for you?
Sounds fine. See you there.
Comunque è incredibile cioè, la quantità di missioni, sottomissioni, missioni. Cioè, boh, per me è mai vista una cosa del genere. Ma veramente, cioè ti riempie di... Ma poi tutte diverse, tutte strutturate, tutte, cioè non è che tipo vai lì e sempre soltanto tutte con una storia diversa. Ma
What was it happened to Foltest again? Lebioda's wounds. Geralt of Rivia.
boh, vabbè. Aia.
Looking for Rodlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halfling's in debt to half the city, but I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
Take what you want. I'm just here for some placards.
You deaf? Didn't you hear me? This is all mine now. Fuck off, freak.
And here I thought we'd resolve this peacefully.
Oh, come on. Reckless mutant.
Ah, te picchi forte, eh. Quanto reggerà sulle mie colpi.
Tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing placards here.
And Rodlick, where's he?
Same place as always. Vehicle Bud Estate. Losing his last crowns at the races.
See? Wasn't that easy? Could have said so right away.
Ovviamente. Non è che c'è anche un po' delle tinture qui. Cambia il colore dell'armatura. Ciao, fatto che... Mille non un po' la buona. Mille passetti, insomma,
Who kisses your ass to that?
Memoria Derby! Ride, run, roll! Make haste to the Bagelsberg estate!
Well,
C'è anche le tinture.
So long.
So. Bene, dove muoio? Proprio là.
Wind's howling.
Be so pale if you ate onions and all.
Che bellezza. Ma qui era dove correva la cavallo.
What's going on there?
Gods and men, dumbstruck with awe, behold, medley galloping
You Rodlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art, at your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now, Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem dealers. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Però sa che un po' cazzi tua,
Let's do this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me, win, pay your debts, then give me the placards.
You're that good a rider?
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer.
Whoa there, Roach. Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time, just as soon as I settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
Ah! Very well. And what about the trade we do with the Empire? We shall lose our shares in the maritime companies. Such every time I suppose so.
It could very well be time for a change of scene.
Wondering if I could take part in the races.
If you've coin for the rider's fee and a steed of your own, why not? Decide quickly, please. There's a race about to begin.
I want a race.
Grand. Your name and the name of your steed.
Geralt of Rivia, on Roach.
Excellent. Your opponent, let me see. Seamus Holt astride Athos.
Competitors, saddle up! On 3! 1, 2, 3! Off you go! Hear ye! The final of the Erasmus Vegelbud Memorial Derby is over. The winner is Geralt of Rivia.
Let's go.
Riding Roach. Glory
Take it
to
easy.
the victor.
Not bad, yet we shouldn't kid ourselves. The competition was hardly stiff. Shall I sign you up for another?
No, no.
When will we actually profit from this?
You should display the sideshow of the
Look at that horse barrel.
Such are the times, my good fellow.
Non mi caghi? Allora, andiamo a considerare questa deve spera basta. Faccio vedere uno spettacolo, qualcosa.
Come by the chameleon. Grand opening tonight.
Veramente.
Crowning the evening, a performance by the illustrious duo, Master Dandelion and Priscilla.
We start in G major, and
I told you, the piece is sad, melancholy. It needs a minor key.
what I wanted
To ruin everything. We'll start an email.
How are things, Dudu?
So, I suppose. Might have been days in the past when I'd have said, wonderful. But I can't complain. I'm in one piece. Not bound to a stake atop a pyre.
Ever considered leaving? Forgetting Novigrad altogether?
What for? To pass from the frying pan into the fire? The war's not yet crept here. Famine's not kicked at our door. Not that the future's looking rosy.
But you don't have to be human. Maybe you could try something else.
I've assumed many forms over the years, and in spite of all, life as a human has proven most interesting. After all, you humans rule the world.
Dudu, tell me, the halfling Biberveld goes from being a prosperous merchant to being a pauper. How?
Prefer the long version or the short?
Short, please.
The war.
I was under the impression merchants grow fat on wars.
Some do, but I've a serious personality flaw. I'm honest. I could not reap profits from the suffering of others. I paid taxes. I never cooked my books. And then a ship full of my goods sank. I pulled through somehow, but then a second fell prey to skeleton rot. When inflation hit and interest rates rose.
Take care of you.
Oh, those bigots haven't the cunning to strip me. Greetings!
No. Grazie, Dudu.
Take care.
Da fa.
Well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
I love it. Especially the, accoutrements on the wall. What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary and Thyme wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Why not?
That's my boy. The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And she say anything about me?
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Oh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the Cloak and the Dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am?
Piga dritto.
She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly, been attacked. They took her to Valmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course. Let's go.
Ma come
Priscilla. Is she gonna live?
I'd say that's certain. Her condition's critical but stable. Beg your pardon, but you are a relative?
Relative? No, a friend. A very close friend.
Dandelion, correct? She uttered the name in her few moments of lucidity. I am Joachim von Gratz, head of surgery. Until recently, a lecturer at Oxenfurt Academy.
Enough of the courtesies. What are her injuries, besides her eye?
A concussion, cranial swelling, incision into her larynx, and scalding inside the throat and esophagus. Clearly someone forced her to imbibe a caustic fluid.
Oh boy.
So this was no ordinary attack, no robbery.
Clearly not. It was the act of a demented mind, and not its first.
How can you know that?
I've seen wounds like this. They're not the kind one would forget, don't you agree? In fact, just this week, a corpse turned up in the morgue with similar injuries. And no heart.
No heart? You mean that might have happened to Priscilla? Is someone looking into this?
This is Novigrad. Only the innocent burn here.
Geralt, I know I owe you 100 times over, but I need to ask you another favor. Find the bastard who did this. Find him. And kill him.
Don't need any convincing. Come on, Dandelion. Let's think about what we can do.
I would suggest examining the previous victim's corpse. It has yet to be autopsied. Doing so could very well provide some clues. No need to look astonished, gentlemen. As a surgeon, I know the importance of preventive medicine. Rather than wait for this maniac to strike again, I'd prefer to excise him. Not unlike a tumor.
Great analogy, but this tumor's not gonna sit there, wait to be excised. Appreciate the help, but I doubt you know what you're getting yourself into.
I know perfectly well, and I assure you I can take care of myself.
Easy assurance to make, harder to back up, especially if you've spent your whole life wielding a scalpel, not a sword.
Look at this scar. Don't be shy. Any idea what leaves such a mark?
A flail. Morning Star, maybe.
What do you think? A blow sustained at the operating table? No? Let me repeat. I know what I'm doing, and I wish to help.
Think they'll let me into the morgue?
By the main entrance, certainly not. But you can also get inside through the sewers.
The sewers? Travel them often, Doctor?
As often as required for, the pursuit of preventive medicine.
Alternative treatments. Aggressive ones, I'm guessing. Interesting.
We can discuss this en route. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Ready and intrigued. I'll get whoever did this, Dandelion. Even if it's Hierarch Hemmelfart himself.
Thanks.
You lead.
So, preventive medicine you practice in the sewers. What's that about?
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious. Is it not better to nip the problem in the bud? I tried to get the temple guard to enter the sewers, alas, to no avail. So I took matters into my own hands.
At no charge. You damned idealists, ruining the market for us.
Buono. E per ora basta. Anche troppo. Bello, bellissimo.